The year is 878. A longship returns to a muddy camp on the English coast. Warriors celebrate their victory, strong and fearless after surviving battle and sea. Yet a deadlier enemy lurks in their midst, not a rival, not a beast, but something invisible in the water they drink. A young boy fills a cup at the river just as his father does. The water looks clear, but danger hides within. Days later, fever strikes. The healer's herbs and prayers are useless. The sickness spreads through the camp. The Vikings, masters of war, are being defeated by their own water. For every warrior lost in battle, many more fall to unseen diseases. They don't know about germs, but they see the pattern-crowded camps, tainted water, sudden illness. Survival depends on more than strength. It requires solving the mystery of safe water. This is not a story of battle, but of quiet wisdom. How did the Vikings fight the invisible killers in their water? We'll uncover the simple, ingenious method they used to protect their families. Their solution is a survival secret with surprising relevance even today. This is the story of how brewing a humble drink became a matter of life and death. The Vikings' greatest battle was not always fought with swords. It was fought with knowledge, observation, and adaptation. Their answer to the silent killer would shape their survival, and ours. Let's journey back and discover the untold truth of Viking resilience. The wisdom of the past may be the key to our future. This is the story of Viking water, and the drink that saved them. Popular culture shows Vikings as wild drunken warriors, horns overflowing with ale, but daily life demanded clear minds and steady hands. Farmers, sailors and blacksmiths couldn't afford to be drunk. Strong drinks were for feasts and rituals, not for everyday thirst. So, what did Vikings really drink each day? The answer: small beer, a weak, low-alcohol brew. This drink was a staple, consumed by all ages, all day. It wasn't about getting drunk, it was about staying alive. Small beer was their answer to contaminated water. It hydrated without disease or intoxication. Brewing was a daily ritual, as vital as farming or shipbuilding. The Vikings' relationship with beer was about survival, not celebration. The Vikings faced invisible threats: dysentery, cholera, typhoid, spread by contaminated water. In crowded camps, with animals and no sanitation, waste seeped into rivers and wells. The same water used for drinking and washing became a breeding ground for deadly bacteria. These diseases struck without warning, often killing more than battle ever could. Without germ theory, Vikings blamed spirits or curses, but they saw the link between water and sickness. Every sip was a risk. Survival meant finding a safer way. They didn't know the names of bacteria, but they knew water could kill. This constant threat drove them to innovate. Their solution was practical, effective, and born of necessity. It changed the fate of their communities. Water, the source of life, became a source of death in Viking camps. Large gatherings meant more waste, human and animal, contaminating rivers and wells. Rain washed filth into water sources. Livestock and people used the same river for everything. Even wells weren't safe. groundwater could be tainted by surface waste. The longer a camp stayed, the worse the contamination. Water looked clean but hid invisible killers. Moving armies escaped their own waste, but settled camps faced rising danger. Vikings needed water to live, but living near water in numbers made it lethal. They were trapped by necessity until they found a way out. Their answer would change how they survived together. The Vikings' solution was brewing, a survival hack using fermentation. They didn't drink raw water, they transformed it. First, they boiled the water, killing most bacteria. Then they added barley, creating a sweet liquid called wort. Wild yeast from the air fermented the wort, producing small beer. Even low alcohol made the drink safer than water. This process was simple, repeatable, and used everyday ingredients. Small beer became the cornerstone of Viking hydration. It was safe for everyone, including children. Brewing was their shield against the silent killer. Vikings didn't know the science, but their brewing was a two-step purification system. Boiling sterilized the water, destroying bacteria and viruses. Fermentation added a second layer of protection. Yeast consumed sugars, producing alcohol and acid, both hostile to harmful microbes. The result? A drink that stayed safe longer than plain boiled water. Small beer was a natural preservative, reliable and nutritious. Vikings mastered pasteurization and competitive exclusion without knowing the terms. Their method protected communities from disease. It was practical science, born from observation and necessity. Their survival depended on this daily act of brewing. Today we trust our taps for safe water. But what if the system fails? Floods, earthquakes or power outages can make water unsafe, just like in Viking times. The first advice: boil your water just as Vikings did. Boiling remains the frontline defense against contamination. But storing boiled water is tricky. It can be recontaminated. The Vikings' second step, fermentation, preserved water longer. Modern survival kits use filters and tablets for the same reason, a backup layer of safety. Vikings relied on household knowledge, not central systems. Their resilience came from practical skills everyone knew. Learning to purify water is still vital, ancient wisdom for modern emergencies. The story of Viking small beer is a testament to human ingenuity. Survival required practical knowledge, not just strength. Today we're disconnected from these skills, trusting systems we don't control. The Vikings were self-reliant, passing down survival wisdom through generations. Learning old skills isn't about rejecting modern life, it's about empowerment. Knowing how to make water safe connects us to our ancestors. These skills foster independence and confidence. Vikings were innovators, not just warriors. Their water purification methods are lessons in resilience and sustainability. This wisdom is timeless, valuable then and now. The Vikings explored new worlds. You can explore the past. Learning historical survival skills connects you to human ingenuity. Start small. Read about wilderness survival. Watch documentaries, try simple experiments. Each skill is a tool, a link to those who came before. Practice is a conversation with your ancestors. Understanding ancient solutions changes your perspective on the world. Don't let this knowledge stay in books. Make it part of your life. Let Viking wisdom inspire curiosity and self-reliance. Explore the secrets of survival, not out of fear, but for the joy of discovery. The journey begins with a single question. How did they do that?